Welcome back. My next guest has been on with me many, many times. I have Doc. He is the owner of Hypnotic One. Welcome back to the show. We're all eating, but we're so excited to have you in here and talk to them about you and what you do. And you've been on for a long time, but you help so many different people out there in many different ways.
And you're right. But first of all, I got to say, that work was great.
Wasn't it great?
It was really fantastic. I mean, I'm going to go over there.
It's kind of funny when everybody comes on this show. It's like everybody here ends up networking too.
Oh,
so,
I know it. And you got a great show.
Thank you.
And I tell you what, you got a great set of listeners because you've been getting so many calls from your listeners. I mean, it's really picking up. And this is a busy time of year for me anyway. You'd think it would be kind of slow because it's hot out, but people, I guess, got extra time right now, and they want to be back in a good shape when they go to school. They want to get their head straight.
They're done with
ready.
the summer.
Yeah.
They're ready to get their act together.
That's it. And even the summer for me has been really fantastic and busy. So I just love it out here. And I love helping people because the thing is when people come in or call me, I don't know what is their problem, but when they come in, they'll tell me. And all of a sudden, in a few weeks, they don't have their problem.
Right. Doc, I also want you to describe what it's like to come in and how they work with you because they're very customized. It's not a one-size-fits-all.
No, I don't pull a program off the shelf and just say here and see how it works for you and let you go. No, I custom build every program for the person because there's no two people with identically the same problem and the same motivation to get over it.
Now, there's a lot of different things that you can help people with, which we're going to talk about that. But one thing I always like to do is get out all this information because it's really important. You do free 30 to 60-minute consultations with people.
Right.
Right. You also give them a CD, which is phenomenal because everybody loves that. Go ahead.
That's it because, you know what, you just put it in your computer or in your player at night and you just lay back and listen to it, fall asleep with it, and wake up the next day feeling refreshed and ready to go. And every time you use it, you feel better off and then the time before. This
is a customized program that fits your needs. You say that you won't let people fail.
How can you fail when you got a coach and a trainer and a teammate right with you, showing you how to overcome your obstacles and move forward toward your goal?
And then you say you also have a lifetime guarantee.
That's right. I don't care if it's 6 months or 6 years or 16 years after you've worked with me. You can call me up and says, Doc, I need a tune-up. How much is it? It's free. Get your butt back in here, and we'll go from there.
He has a 98% success rate. You've been doing it for over 30 years.
Don't make me too old.
Well, somebody else was 40, so now I got mixed up. So, but 30 years, and you've helped a ton of people out there. There's a lot of people out there that have come to you for their children. Then they end up coming there for you. Some of the people that just work, that have been on the show come into you.
Half of your guests come be my clients, and you know what? It's just fantastic. I get 4 generations of families coming in. Each one's got something different, but they all become successful.
Now, we've also said this a lot on the show. If you want to walk on water, you've got to get out of the boat. This is a great time. You said that for people that are like, they're coming back from school, they're going to go to school. It's a whole new start. That's why you got to get out and start walking.
You know what? And on school, or even learning anything, because I get a lot of adults come in that are trying to be firefighters or EMTs or being accountants or whatever it may be. They're going to school and they're reading things 3, 4, 5, 6 times and then cramming for the test. Well, if you read it the first time and you understand it, it's in your mind. You just have to know how to retrieve it. Think how much easier schoolwork would be if you only had to read it one time or do it one time and you'd remember it.
All the kids that are listening, come on, Mom, let's go. Let's go. We should go.
And that's it. And a lot of times the moms are going, no, we're going. And
right.
Yeah.
So now you offer everybody to call you. You want them to call you and give them a sort of a consultation with them. He wants you to call him direct because he is on air right now. Leave a message there at 602-547-0446. You can check him out. It's Hypnotic, one.com.
Because when you call me, I'm going to tell you a little bit of information. I'm going to set up a time for you to come in because it's really too hard to do a consultation over the phone. So I have you come in, sit down in a very relaxed atmosphere, and I go over everything that I can do, tell you the things I can't do, because I'm not a miracle worker, but a lot of times people think I am. And then we're going to explain our prices, our programs, and everything else. And you can make a choice or go home and talk to hubby or talk to your wife or talk to somebody about it. But usually they're going to go for it right then.
So many people will tell you that they've heard this show, they heard you on here, and they'll say to you after they come into you finally, because not everybody, for some reason, they procrastinate, which you can help people with.
That's it, because they keep procrastinating, and all of a sudden they said, well, I've heard you on the radio 5, 6, 7 times, and I finally got up the nerve to call you. And after they work with me, they go, what took me so long of getting in there? Yeah. And I say the same thing. I says, you could have been successful 6 months ago instead of waiting this long.
So his phone number is 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, one.com. You're getting a free 30 to 60-minute consultation that comes with a CD. It is the best thing that anyone can ever do.
Most people sit there and think about it, and they actually talk themselves out of it. You've never achieved anything by thinking. You've always achieved it by taking the actions and moving forward. And it's always been a little uncomfortable, maybe a little scary at times. But that's why we have the free consultation, so you can come in, you can see it, and you can experience it. Oh, this is not what I thought it was. I'm not going to make you squawk like a chicken or bark like a dog or any of those things. I don't do stage work. I get people to do the things they refuse to do so far so they can be successful.
Now, school is starting right now, so there's a lot of people that are taking their kids to school and they're thinking, oh, we're going to have this problems, that problem. They almost sort of are not looking forward to it. You can help those kids out there too.
Yeah, they should have been with me earlier this summer so that the kids been prepared. But you know what? Since you drug your feet, bring them in, because you'll start to see the kids have maybe the same problems they had last year or maybe even worse. Well, get in there and let's get it over so they don't have to go another year with them. It's
not just us adults that have self-esteem problems and things like that, or issues. Those kids have a ton of them. And I like to say, please pick up the phone. Just leave a message and tell him what the situation is, and he can just call you back and tell you what he can do for you. So the number is 602-547-0446.
And you know what? I've got a lot of people that come in, and some will say, I couldn't afford to go down to so-and-so's place. I couldn't afford this. I couldn't afford that. Well, why couldn't you? Well, I just don't make enough money. Well, if they had come to me maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, they'd have been making twice as much money. They could afford a lot more pleasure in their life.
It's really not just, everybody knows that you can help people with weight loss and smoking and obviously drugs, but it's not easy to get off those things, but you make it easy.
That's the thing, is people don't get off the drugs or their bad habits because they fear it, and they fear being without it, and they think they're really hooked on it. Well, they're hooked psychologically. So let's just change your mind. That mind's like a computer. Let's put in a new program that says, hey, you know what? I'm free. I enjoy my freedom. I enjoy being in society, and I enjoy having a great time.
He's been doing this for over 30 years. He's a 98% success rate. Free 30 to 60-minute consultation that you get the CD to come along with that, which is a customized program that's going to fit your needs. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. I think everybody's crazy for if they don't call, it's silly.
It really is. You know what? Call and set up an appointment. Just come in, see what we can do and what we can do. See my beautiful office and all the CDs. I've got probably 200 on the wall and 200 other ones in the back room that I have wrote over the years, because I've been doing this for 30 years, worked with over 40,000 people, been on 3 different continents. And you know what? It just is great fun for me. I enjoy it, and so rewarding for me to help people go from where they're at to where they want to go in just a few short sessions.
602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, one.com. What are your final words for just a minute?
And you know what? I had a 74-year-old lady signed up on a weight program because she says, I'm never going to go on a diet when I'm 75, and I'm going to get rid of this weight, and she is.
Wow. Some of the things that when people come to you, there is nothing basically that you really can't do.
That's it, because we get the person to do the things they need to do and have to do, and now they want to do those, so that they automatically, and some people don't think they can do it, but they love to do activities. I don't mean going to the gym. I mean maybe do it like a 5-second exercise a day.
Well, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further about some of the things that he can do. Yeah, he's been on for a while, but you know what? He helps lots and lots of people. Do not procrastinate. How do you say it? Procrastinate. I've had too much pork. 602-547-0446. Hypnotic, one.com. Get out of that boat and start walking the water.
If I cave in.
Welcome back. We are sure having fun right here today. But right now, so much important. I'm going to focus now a little bit more because Doc is here. And, we do this a lot when you come on, and there's some of the different things that you can help people with. I want to also talk to them about how easy it is, because a lot of people, they have these trepidations about it. I don't know why, but they do.
It's something new, and most people, what they know about hypnosis is totally wrong. They've learned it from television or comedy shows or stage work, and that's not what I do. That computer they got on their shoulder, that electrochemical organic computer, is just out of whack. And I mean, it's got a virus in there, and we go in there and get the virus out. So you start achieving the things that you haven't, or you haven't for a while. There's a lot of people that I work with that's been successful years back, but now they're not successful and they have no motivation. I just talked to a 70-year-old before I come on the show, and he's very successful years back. He's taken off 60 pounds. He's getting in good shape, but he's still got the roll, and he can't get it off, and he can't keep it off. And I said, this is what we're going to do. And he was very impressed with it, and he's going to go on a program. But the thing is you know how to do a lot of things. I could write down everything you need to do to be successful, but people wouldn't do it because it's something different. So the thing is when I hypnotize them and when I work with them, it goes in a part of their mind that is energized. Otherwise, it's like a 4-year-old. It doesn't think, it just reacts, and they react in a totally different way.
You also use different modalities. You want to tell them about those?
Yeah, I use NLP too, neuro-linguistics programming. I use mind shifting, where you start looking at different paradigm mind shifting. And we use regression therapy. Otherwise, we take you back to a time and place in your life when the problem really started. And it's usually before the age of 10 or 12.
So now you offer a free 30 to 60-minute consultation that comes along with a CD. It's a customized program that's going to fit your needs. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee. He has a 98% success rate. He's been doing this for over 30 years. His phone number is 602-547-0446. It's hypnotic1.com. I implore everyone out there, if you're dealing with any type of an issue, we're not talking about finding out what's wrong or where you are. This is about really making changes, and that's so important. And if it isn't you or someone that you know, our children out there, they're crying for help. That's why they're being the way they are.
And there's a lot of adults that are really needing help, but they won't do it. So why would their kids do it? Your kids are going to take and use the same characteristics that you have. So the thing we want to do is get out of the idea that you can't be better than you are right now, or you don't have enough money, or you don't have enough time, or you're too old, or what. Get rid of your excuses, because I've worked with 93-year-olds to get them off cigarettes and get them out of depression and get them motivated. If I can do that, I mean, a 60 and a 50-year-old is kind of simple. So the thing is whatever you think your problem is, it isn't. That's your symptom. And if you're taking drugs for it, it just masks your symptom. If you have no motivation, we'll find out why. Because under hypnosis, you're going to tell me exactly what is wrong and when it started. And like I say, it's usually back before the age of 12 or 14, even though the symptoms may not show up until you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years old.
Now, he wants you to leave a message because he is on air right now live with us. Our number, and his number is 602-547-0446. Call and leave a message and just tell him what the problem is, and he'll take it from there.
That's right. And come in and have a good time. Sit down and have some special thin water. I got skinny water there. Special water that helps permeate your system. They'll take a few pounds off. And you think, how can I do that? Well, you'll find out when you come in. Bring an empty bottle with you, and I'll give you free.
So let's talk some of the things that you can do, because obviously we know certain ones. But there a lot of people today are very depressed.
Depression. I get at least 1 or 2 people a week that are depressed. They'll first come in about their weight, then they'll say, I'm just depressed. Well, the depression caused their weight to start going up. So let's get rid of the depression. We get rid of the underlying causes. And under hypnosis, you're going to tell me what your real underlying cause is. We change that, and all of a sudden, your computer sitting on your shoulders starts running like a new one again.
How about obsessions?
Obsessions. Okay, if you have an obsessive compulsive disorder, or if you maybe it's in a relationship or anything else that you just need to do something and you know it's bad for you, but you keep doing it, we get you to break those bad habits. We put a new habit in there that's healthy for you, that's beneficial for you, and we put you back in control of your life instead of being controlled by life situations or events.
How about memory?
Memory. I can't remember where I put that memory tape at.
I'm the same way. The president of that club.
Like I said before, you know what? If you've heard it one time, it's still in your mind. All you have to do is know how to retrieve it.
Has another one. Here's another one. Excuse me. Self-confidence.
How can you do anything without self-confidence? You got to have faith and self-confidence and a little self-discipline, and will raise up your self-esteem, but we get all those stronger and stronger each and every day.
Relationships.
Oh, relationships. You know what? The thing is, most people don't talk to each other. They talk at each other. They never tell them what they feel. They never ask them the questions they need to ask them. They always expect the other person should know what they want. Well, they don't. Tell them what you want, and we get you to do that.
Leave a message. Don't stop. Call now, 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, one.com. What about, well, we talked a little bit about depression. What about panic attacks?
Well, panic attacks is another feeling of out of control. That is really simple to overcome. I do at least one of those a week. Panic attacks, I tell you what, you induce it, and it's just like depression. And anger's another one. We get you out of that. We get you out of the bipolar. We get you out of the tripolar. You know, everybody says, what's tripolar? Well, you've heard of manic depression. Well, there's another one that people are very aggressive and angry. So
now we're all tripolar. Wow.
Yeah. So we got new things coming out, but it doesn't matter what you've been doing. It doesn't matter what you've tried. Come in and be successful. And I don't let you fail, because if it takes 1, 2, 5, or 10 sessions, you know, I don't charge you per session anyway. I don't think any therapist should. We know what we're doing. We're going to get you there. It's all really up to you.
It's a free 30 to 60-minute consultation. You get a CD that goes along with that. This is customized to fit your needs. You're at a lifetime guarantee. Call him, 602-547-0446.
The bottom line is, do you want to be successful, or you want to just sit and think about it and procrastinate like you have been for the last year, 6 years? Will next year be any different if you don't come and see me? Probably not. It might be a little bit worse.
How can you help people with relationships?
Well, like I said just before, you know, they're going to talk to each other. They're going to listen to each other. They listen on a different level. They listen on the other person's level. They talk on the other person's level. And you really never understand the person by talking to them. You understand them by listening to them. And if you keep telling them what they ought to do, they usually shut up and they won't talk to you at all. So you lose the communication.
How about sleep?
Sleep is natural. I get 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night, and people say that's not enough. Well, I've been doing it for 20 or 30 years, and I tell you what, I wake up feeling refreshed every morning. Some nights I sleep 7 hours, but the thing is you get a good quality sleep. I've got a lot of people that come in. That's their problem. There's not sleeping. That gets them angry. That gets them upset. That gets their metabolic rate slower, so they gain weight. So let's get them in sleeping good so they wake up feeling refreshed with a positive, enthusiastic attitude, a can-do attitude.
Give them a call, 602-547-0446. The kids out there, there's little children that are bedwetting. Come on, what do you do for that? Nail biting, there's so many things.
Yeah, we just reprogram them so that they don't have the stress and the depression, and they're not doing them habits. You can do the same thing with your dog. You teach people like you do the animals. You teach them over and over again, because practice does not make perfect. Practice makes permanent. If you keep letting the child or your spouse or anybody else keep doing that behavior that's antisocial or that's against their health, you know what? They're going to make it harder and harder for them to break. But the funny thing is, I just showed a person a film clip of a 50-year smoker. He smoked for 50 years, and after the first session, he stopped smoking. And the second session, he's on camera saying, you know what, I just don't want to smoke anymore. It just doesn't taste good. I don't think about it anymore. It doesn't look good. And when I smell somebody else's, I don't want it. It's just like, ooh.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So again, it's Hypnotic, one.com. Leave him a message. He's on air now, 602-547-0446. You got to do something different, guys. Give him a call. Okay, the one last one that I wanted to say was that there's a lot of people out there that are so angry and they're so upset. Their fears, they all have fear-based things.
Yeah, because they feel out of control. They're out of sync with things going on. They feel helpless and hopeless at different times, and they started getting angry. So the thing is, we put them back in control, because there's always a better way than you've been.
2 minutes.
And another one's is sports. I want to talk just a quick thing about sports, because sports is very positive. Everybody that's in sports or done sports before knows what the zone is. We get people to be in that zone instantaneously, stay there as long as you want, stay there as long as you need. All of a sudden, your game is up, you're winning, and it feels great. We can do the same thing in your personal life, in your financial life. We can put you in that zone.
I'll tell you something. It's number 602-547-0446. I think it's the best thing that anyone could ever do, and I think everyone should have to go through it. Here's the one that I think is the best one out there for sure that everyone really needs. It's self-discipline.
Most people, that's exactly it. They know what to do, but they can't discipline themselves or motivate themselves to get it done on a consistent basis because they don't want to do it subconsciously. We get that subconscious to want to do it, and all of a sudden you have self-discipline at 100%. Your self-esteem's up on top. You're feeling great about yourself again.
It's a free 30 to 60-minute consultation. It comes along with a CD. You're getting a customized program that fits your needs. He won't let you fail. It's a lifetime guarantee, 98% success rate. Been doing it for over 30 years. It's crazy, you guys. If you're not calling, you should. Leave a message. He's off the air now, and he can help you. His number is 602-547-0446. It's Hypnotic, one.com.
Let's be successful together. I am your coach, your teammate.
And give him a call. That number is 602-547-0446. Get out and walk on water. 602-547-0446. And go, what did we say? Go water skiing.
That's
with
it.
Doc.
Not just walk on water, but we're going to have fun at it. We're going to go water skiing.
across that line.